What's up, guys? This is Revolution Ricky here at Casa de Revolution. I'm doing another unboxing video. I tried to do one again, but kept messing up. And anyway, I just got something delivered to me. I'm not going to show you what it is. I already unboxed it anyway, but the video was getting messy, so I figured I'd do it again. So here we go, and this is along the lines of what I got. Reach over here a couple days ago, which, as many of y'all know, I am a big fan of the movie Trick or Treat, and Trick or Treat is one of my favorite movies to watch on Halloween. In fact, it's one of my favorite movies to watch any day. But Halloween especially, I had gotten this delivered to me a couple days ago. Played it, love it. Been looking for it for 40 years almost, since the movie's released. I had the cassette of the soundtrack, and it's the only Fastway album I've ever owned for years. Fastway being Pete Way from UFO and Fast Eddie Clark from Motorhead. And I decided to go a little bit along the lines of the Trick or Treat, and I ordered this. I'm really not particular about records or CDs. You play them, they play music. It doesn't matter. I mean, the only thing I would draw the line at is maybe, 8 tracks. I have a bunch of cassettes here in my office. I'm in my office. I usually open videos, do an unboxing video in my bedroom. That way I could just have that background. But I figured, why not just show you what's going on. So, here we go. I'm not going to try to cut it open. I already did. So, here's what Fastway's debut album. I wanted to go along the lines of the Trick or Treat feel. Everybody knows I love that movie. So I had ordered maybe a lot more movies towards, that feel of Trick or Treat. I've seen rock and roll movies all my life. It doesn't matter if it's Eddie and the Cruisers or the Beatles, Hard Day's Night, Help, or Purple Rain. Eddie and the Cruisers being my favorite. That's another story. But I had ordered this, and I wanted to give it a listen to, because the only Fastway album I had owned is the Trick or Treat soundtrack. And I had not explored any other Fastway albums, because I know there's plenty out there. There's the second one, which I don't own, which I could have owned, or the third one. I can't remember, because they had it at a record store in Utah, and I was there with my wife a few weeks back. And I was actually looking for this. Not the one I had to order, but I was looking for the vinyl version. I'll go ahead and take this out, since we're on the lines of Fastway and Trick or Treat, and show you the vinyl. I open it this way when things are, to protect it, keep it in shrink. But it has this orange. A lot of other record collectors will probably do something like that. I was asked to show it off, so I went ahead and I can show it off to the Trick or Treat page that I'm a member of. And it's always been a great soundtrack for me. I love rock and roll movies. rock and roll movies with a feel to it. You know, like I said, could be Eddie and the Cruisers, could be Purple Rain, could be, oh God, what other rock and roll movies are there? Bohemian Rhapsody, another one I love. I don't watch many of them because, you know, I haven't had the patience to watch any of them. But I will watch, you know, another one of my favorite is Blinded by the Light, which is the story about this kid who's about around my age who loves Bruce Springsteen. And I love the boss. You know, Bruce Springsteen's, you know, you can listen to his music. His one album doesn't sound like the other. Saw a bunch of rock and roll movies, but Trick or Treat has to be up there around with Eddie and the Cruisers. I mean, true, it's not an Academy Award winning performance, but it still is one of my favorites. And it's got a special place in my heart, has a special place in my sister's heart, because for years we would rent that movie on every Halloween and just sit back and relax and watch it. My sister loves it. And about 20 years ago, they had it on sale at Walmart for in the $5 bin, so I picked it up. I had forgotten about it, actually. I had lost interest in it. I had completely forgot about it and saw that Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons was on the cover. But it looked like recent pictures of them. What gives? I know they're trying to sell a movie, but couldn't they just put it, you know, Trick or Treat? And it didn't have no special features. Just had the movie. That was it. It was, you bought it for $5. And now I think it's worth, I don't know, maybe 25 on Amazon. But a film company that specializes in releasing horror movies that have cult followings like Trick or Treat, they released the movie, and there was a special limited edition discs, and it sold out within a couple of days. That's how much people wanted this. So I bought one, and I still have it, and I watched it the other night along with a music video. Why they won't put that music video after midnight on YouTube, I don't know, because some of the other Fastway music videos are on there. In fact, the music from the Trick or Treat soundtrack is on YouTube. It makes no sense. And then you get copyrighted for posting it if you are someone. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I wanted to show y'all what I got. I'll try to do more of these, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out, and keep spinning the vinyl.